Hi, welcome to Fundamanje's Great Talk Mathematics Exam Preparation. Now, let's talk about what you're going to expect for your exams, your matric exams, to be more specific. So, for paper one, you can expect algebra. This is your inequalities, you're solving for x, you're solving for simultaneous equations, and also for looking at the natures of your roots. Then we have sequence and series, which includes geometrical patterns, arithmetic series, arithmetic patterns, and a little bit of quad patterns. We have your cubic polynomials. This is just being able to draw the graph, finding the x-intercept. It's like any other functions, finding the x-intercept, finding the y-intercept, and all of that. We have differential calculus, which looks at first how do you find the derivative of a function using your principle, and then using the rules and understanding what each differential means. We have financial math. We're going to look at present values, future values, taking out loan, payment of investing money. We have the counting principle that looks at the probabilities and the many ways in which we can do something if we're given more than one option to do it. We have analytic geometry. This is going to be only for grade for IEB, and they'll be doing mostly grade 11 IEB, what we call grade 11 IEB. So your line, finding the gradient, understanding that if two lines are parallel, it means that their gradients are the same, the midpoint, and all of that. And the last two we have is your functions and the inverses. Mostly here you'll be looking at your log graphs and your exponential graphs. For paper two, we can expect statistics. This is now going to be mostly using your calculator to calculate the R value. Using your calculator to find the equation of y is equals to amx plus c. We're going to have our data handling. You already know by now what data handling is. We've been doing since grade 12, mean, average, giving you the OGIF curve and expecting you to be able to analyze it. We will have analytic geometry. This is now going to be the grade 11 analytic geometry that your IAB students find in their first paper, but your DB will only find it in paper 2, and your IB will also find it in paper 2. Then to the analytic geometry, we're going to also add circle geometry with equations such as x squared plus r squared plus y squared is equals to r squared for our circle. Then you'll have general trigonometry, being able to calculate, find an angle, being able to use your ratios, remembering your identities. We have trigonometrical function, your sine, your cos, and your tan graphs. Being able to understand how does the amplitude change the graph. Can you move the graph left or right? Can you move it up and down? And what happens to your graph when you do that? Then we have trigonometry in triangles. This is usually the last one. It uses your cosine rule or your sine cosine rules there to just trying to figure out sides and angles. Then we have the last but not least, your Euclidean geometry, where we look into all those circle geometry, your 10 quads, your 10 quadrants, your quad rules, your tangent rules. There's a lot. We also have to keep in mind your parallel lines, corresponding, co-interior, alternative. Now, before we look at this, let's go over some study tips. What I like to tell my students is always keep a formula sheet with you while you're studying. This allows you to know, okay, if I'm working in this part of the sections, this is the part of my formula I need to be focused on. This is where I'm going to get all my formulas. It also lets you know which formulas are available to you so that you know which ones you have to now remember off your head. We also have to, when you start with the easy topics. These are time savers. You'll save time, because once you're done with that, you'll have enough time now to look at your hard topics, and again, it builds your confidence. Number 3, practice under exam conditions. I'm going to write conditions, not questions here, but yes, practice under exam conditions, so you can see how well can you go through the paper in the given time. You have to get enough rest. Really, a healthy mind is a great mind. Also, keeping your body healthy, eating the right amount of food. If you can, put in a little bit of exercise a day just to refresh the mind. And attempt as many questions as possible. Again, one thing that is nice about these exams is some of the questions are reused. So you might get some luck there and find a question that you've already done, making the exam easier for you, and again, helping you build that confidence. Now, when you're in the exams, there's other tips that I would recommend. Start with the easy questions. Again, this is mostly time saving and it builds your confidence. Do not do math in your head. We all know 1 + 1 is equals to 2. But please put 1 + 1 is in your calculator so that you know it is equal to 2. Do not do anything in your head. Always do it on the paper. Write it out. Understand it, so you do not make arithmetic problems. Right? I've seen that a lot. When people do math in that paper, they go 6 times 6 and then they write 12 instead of 36 because you're under pressure. Type it out in your calculator, write it out. You can feel better. Do not write in pencil. They do not mark in pencil. Even if you tell yourself, I'll come back and I'll rewrite it, don't do it. It's never a good idea. Write in pen, and if you want to come back and correct it, write it in pen. Don't cancel it out. Once you're done with other questions, you can come back, cancel that question out, and then write in pen. You can even write at the end of your split book that they have given you. You do not have to write your questions consecutively. You don't have to start with question 1. You can start with any question that you like, as long as it keeps your mind at ease. Right. Be very mindful of the time. If you find yourself being stuck, move. You'll come back. If you find there's no need for you to leave out good questions that you could have done, just focusing on one question that is hard. The last one is that the marks will relate to you how much work is needed. If the question is worth 1 mark and you can see what you want to do is worth 4 marks, you need to stop and rethink how you're going to tackle this issue and see if there isn't any information you can remember that will make this question a little bit easier for you.